I love sharing what I learn about travel destinations, and I've got a great island to share in this video. This is the island of Roatan, and when I mention it to people, I get all kinds of responses. Where is that? Is that in Asia? I think my cousin went there on a cruise. Roatan is a Caribbean island. It's part of Honduras, and it's located just south of Belize. Many divers come here because there's an abundance of rich marine life. Roatan is part of the Mesoamerican Reef, the second largest reef system in the world. Like a lot of people, I'm drawn to the sun, sand, and beach. But Roatan has so much more. It has tropical forests, crystal clear water, amazing cuisine, and a warm culture. And perhaps the best is that many of the coral reefs can be reached from the beach, which means you don't need to hire a guide to spend endless hours exploring the marine life. Let me give you a little better sense of the island. Here's Roatan, about 40 miles from the coast of Honduras. The white sand beach on the west end of the island is called West Bay. This is where there's a lot of resorts and you can swim to the coral reefs. The main town in this area is called West End. You can take a simple water taxi from your resort to West End for about $3. You can see the further east on the island you go, the more remote it is. And some of the travelers I met prefer the complete peace and quiet that you'll find on the east end of the island. But my selection for accommodations on this trip was the Grand Roatan Resort. I had been watching them develop this property for the last couple years in the most prime part of West Bay. From the moment I arrived, my focus was to get in the water and check out the marine life. The visibility was incredible. You could easily see over 50 feet. There was a great variety of colorful tropical fish, but also larger fish like grouper and snapper. And there were plenty of other sea creatures like squid, eels, stingrays, and turtles. Next, I got into my rental car to explore the island. Here is the charming town of West End. There are plenty of restaurants, and at night, this area comes alive. It seemed to me that the roads were in great shape in Roatan. And I even came across areas where recent public works projects had developed new roadways. There were some impressive views along the way. And eventually I stopped at the Carambola Botanical Gardens and Nature Trails. In addition to an impressive variety of plants, trees, and flowers, there were also trails that led to a mountaintop from which you had tremendous views. The island to the right is Anthony's Key, an all-inclusive resort that offers waterside bungalows. They have dolphin programs and diving. Well, it was time to make my way back down the mountain, and after all that hiking, I had worked up an appetite. Back in West Bay, I had a great meal of shrimp curry, but many of the meals that I had on this island were outstanding. I also spent some of my time on this trip checking out some of the other hotels and properties on the island. Many places had beautiful pools and tropical gardens. There are a lot of great options for travelers. And that brings me back full circle. If you're interested in a destination like Roatan, I'd encourage you to do your research and take the plunge. You'll find that it's worth your time. Guys, feel free to hit the like button or share the video. Click subscribe below if you want to see more. And if you're planning travel to this area, comment below with questions and I'll get back to you. Check out the show notes for links, locations, and details.